my brethren, tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, they are departed hence, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brother and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them,
even before he got close to them,
they conspired against him to slay him.
See, folks, when they hate you, folks will do some cruel things to you when they hate you. Your own brother and sister will kill you. Even when you find that, he told us in the book of Matthew, he said a man foe be them of his own house.
That's right.
Listen.
And they said one to another.
They said one to another.
Behold, this dreamer cometh.
This dreamer cometh.
Come now, therefore.
Come now, therefore.
And let us slay him.
And let's kill him. Come on.
And cast him into some pit, and we will say some evil beast had devoured him.
Some wild animal killed him. Come on.
And we shall see what will become of his dreams.
Yeah. See what people do to try to stop what the Most High God got planned and destinated for you. See, when the Lord give you something and you know it's of God, man can't stop it.
That's right.
What they looked at, because the enemy had become so great and they hated him because he was the son his father loved. He was prophesying he was going to rule over them. They were going to bow down before him. Even his mother, his father were going to bow down before him. They hated him so bad they wanted to see, how could we stop this from happening? If we kill him, there's no way this could come to pass. Listen to the book.
Verse 21, and Reuben heard it.
And Reuben heard it.
And he delivered him out of their hands.
And he delivered him out of his hands.
And said, let us not kill him.
Don't kill him.
And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood.
Shed no blood.
But cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him.
And don't put a hand on it.
That he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat.
The coat his father made him, that he loved him. Come on.
His coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit. And the pit was empty. There was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread. And they lifted up their eyes and looked. And behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren,
what did he say?
What profit is it if we slay our brother?
What good is it if we kill our brother?
And conceal his blood.
And conceal his blood.
Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
Let's sell him to the Ishmaelites.
And let not our hand be upon him.
And don't put our hands on him.
For he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes.
Let me tell you something from here. Things happened to Joseph. He knew what the prophecy was, what the Lord had showed him. And sometimes the Lord show you something, he might not always show you the end or show you how you're going to get to that point. He showed him, I'll show you a vision where they're going to bow down before you. I'll show you a vision where even your mother and your father are going to bow down and give obedience unto you. But he didn't show him how it was going to come to pass. Sometimes it takes the situations you get in, that you suffer, the correction and different things you suffer, even for things you hadn't done, to get you to that point of what the Most High God has shown you. Because had his brother not hated and envied him and gone to put him in that pit, he'd have never got into Egypt. And with him going into Egypt, later there became a famine on the land. The only place that had bread was Egypt. With Joseph being there, he got favor. So his family one day had to go into Egypt to seek bread. And with them going, sending his brother to seek bread, guess who they saw? Joseph. They not knowing him, but him knowing them. Here Joseph lost his position one time with him because Pharaoh's wife wanted to sleep with him and had him thrown into prison.
That's right.
But him being a dreamer dream, he gave the chief baker them told him what was going to happen to him.
That's right.
One would be restored, the other one be killed. And when Pharaoh had a dream, it troubled his head. Later on, he came and told us, said, there was a man that was in jail with me. He can interpretate the dream, and God restored him. It took this man to be hated, being put in a pit, being sold, being put in position, being taken down, put into prison, being taken back out and set back up again to get to the point where the God had already attained for him and already shown him. But a lot of times what people come to church and do is just see salvation and they don't see suffering.
Right. Yes, sir.
Amen.
People don't see, they see salvation, they don't see opposition. They see salvation, they don't see false accusations.
That's right.
All these things got to come to make you perfect. Give me at the 50th chapter of the book of Genesis. I'm getting ready to get y'all in. Y'all all right?
Amen.
I wish I
Yes,
had
sir.
a prayer in church.
Yes, sir.
He have a reason why he had me to teach what I teach. It's for somebody.
Yes, sir.
What I teach ain't for everybody. I say like Charlie People said, the drug real. If you don't get help somewhere. I mean somewhere in the truth too. Don't do it in no lie. Get it in the truth.
That's right.
Isn't that right? This is the 50th chapter of the book of Genesis, beginning at verse 1. Listen to the book.
And Joseph fell upon his father's face,
And Joseph fell upon his father's face,
and wept upon him,
and he wept upon him,
and kissed him.
and kissed him.
And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father.
You hear what he had him to do? That's why we don't do no kind of cremation. Ain't no saint doing no cremation. That's not even our doctrinal teaching.
That's right.
This is why we took it on. Being in Egypt, we did learn from that embalming. You see what he did? He didn't tell them to put his father in no flame and make no ashes so he could put it in no little no vase and hang it on no fireplace. That's sinner stuff. These folks gonna burn up when God come back in.
That's right. Yes,
He
sir.
had them to embalm. We don't do that foolishness. We embalm.
That's right.
Oh, it don't make no difference. You can burn me up. Don't burn me up. I know God gonna bring everything back, but don't put me in no fire. It's hot enough under these lights. Sister Smith. Come on. Spell the big 300. You might be hot with some of them whipping, burn him up. That was the last word. Burn me up. Listen to the book.
And the physicians embalmed Israel. And 40 days were fulfilled for him. For so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed.
Come on.
And the Egyptians mourned for him 60 days. And when the days of his mourning were past,
Yeah.
Joseph spake unto the house of Pharaoh,
Yeah.
saying,
What did he say?
If now I have found favor, if I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you,
Listen.
in the ears of Pharaoh,
Yes.
saying, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die in my grave which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan. There shalt thou bury me.
You hear that in the land of Canaan. Y'all know what Israel dwelt when they came out? When they came out with Joshua, where did they dwell at? Amazing. Why, ain't it? Know what Joseph was buried. Abraham done bought plots over there. That's where he buried his wife and them at. He didn't want his son to marry no daughter there, so you can see why a lot of these things happen. He knew where he wanted to go and be at. Listen.
Now therefore, let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father,
Yeah.
and I will come again. And Pharaoh said,
Listen.
Go up,
Go up.
and bury thy father, according as he made thee swear.
Come on.
And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh,
Yes.
the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt,
Come on.
and all the house of Joseph, and his brethren, and his father's house.
Come on.
Only their little ones and their flocks and their herds they left in the land of Goshen.
Come on.
And there went up with him both chariots and horsemen,
Yeah.
and it was a very great company.
Uh-huh.
And they came to the threshing floor of Atad,
Uh-huh.
which is beyond Jordan.
Come on.
And there they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning for his father 7 days. And when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians.
Come on.
Wherefore the name of it was called Abel Mizraim,
Come on.
which is beyond Jordan.
What verse you at?
Verse 12.
Come down about 15. Come on.
And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead,
Listen what happened. When Joseph's brother saw that his father was dead,
they said,
what did they say?
Joseph will peradventure hate us.
You know what they looked at? Daddy dead now. While Dad was alive, we were safe, but Daddy dead. See, when people do you wrong, they don't consider it's another day coming.
That's right.
Isn't that right? It's
That's
another
right.
day coming.
Yes,
and now they
sir.
got to consider something. Dad ain't here now.
That's right.
I wanted this man to start reminiscing on what we did. How we put him in a pit and sold him. How we did him wrong and how we hated him and we envied him. Listen to the book.
Amen. They said, Joseph will peradventure hate us,
He gonna hate us.
and will certainly requite us all the evil which we did unto him.
He gonna give right back to us what we did. Listen.
And they sent a messenger unto Joseph,
Uh-huh.
saying, Thy father did